Hey everyone, it's Angie. Today I'm going to share a Christmas treat box. It is this cute little purse. So I used the little tree on the front with Mary. Can you see the detail in here? I did a lot on the tree, but I mean you don't have to do as much on the tree if you don't want, but it's adorable. So I made this little purse and this is what I'm sharing today. So before I get started, I just wanted to let you know Stampin' Up! Is having a Black Friday sale. This is the first one they've ever had, y'all. So it's going to be November 25th to December 1st. And it's while supplies last, so if you have an eye on anything, you better grab it before it goes. There's going to be from 15 to 40% off a lot of items. It's going to be 40% off the blends, 40% off the paper trimmer and blades, and the ink bundles. So that is a big discount, y'all. And 25% off select adhesives, 15% off select cardstocks, and a bunch of other stuff discounted. So I just want to let you know that first. Keep that on your calendar because it starts November 25th. All right, so this is what I'm sharing today, and let's go ahead and get started. There is a bit to it, but it's very easy to do. All right, so what I'm using for this is the pine tree trimmings. So it's this one, this is for the tree, and I'm using the dies as well. I'm using the Jolly Holly, and this is just for that little Mary that I put on the front. I'm using the paper tags dies, and that is just for this die right here that I'm using on the Christmas tree, the little banner. And then we're using the stylish shapes, and I'm using the circle from this one, and it's the third largest circle that I'm using for this one. So that's everything that I'm using. The designer series paper is the Christmas tags and more. You know I've used this a ton. I love all the designs in here, and you can use any of the designs for this purse. All right, so you are also going to need cardstock. This is Real Red I'm using. This piece is for the inside of the box. This is 9 3/4 by 2.5. Then you need 2 pieces, and this is for the front and back of the purse. And this is 3 by 4.25. And then you need 2 designer series paper that are 3 by 4.25. Then for the straps, you need 2 pieces that are 1/2 by 8.5, and then this is just for decorating it, the gold foil. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this part ready here, and I am going to first, because I didn't want these sides straight, I want them to be at an angle. I'm going to cut them. I'm going to mark them. I'll cut them both at the same time because it'll make it easier, and they'll make them the same. So this is 4 1/4, so you want to mark it at 1/4 on this side and then 4 on this side. We're going to do the same thing with the designer series paper, and we're going to do this at 1/4. No, this one we're doing at 3/8. Doing it 3/8 on this side and 3/8 on this side. Gonna get this straight. All right, and then what you're going to do, and I'm going to draw this so that you can see, you're just going to cut from that corner there down to that mark that we just made. You're going to do the same on this side. You're going to cut from here to that mark we just made. So it's going to make the purse on an angle, kind of. It's not going to be straight up and down because it just didn't look cute that way. I tried it and it just didn't look cute, so I needed to change that. So I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm going to let's cut it on the trimmer. So I'm going to cut from here. I'm just going to put that point there and then the mark in the channel right here. And you got to make sure you keep it straight. And you're just going to cut down, and can you see how it's slanted now? It's not straight. And I wanted this a little bit shorter because I wanted some of the red to show. And so you can see how it's at an angle now. We're going to do the same with the cardstock. So put that there, and then the dot that we made here. And now we're going to do the same on this side. Whoa, gotta hold on to that because it does move like that. All right, I need a new blade on this trimmer. All right, so that is everything. That's how we're gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and mat it first. I didn't do this the first time, but I think it might be easier to just mat it first. And let me grab my wet glue, because I think to cut the top part, it'll be easier to do it that way. I'm just going to mat this, and you want to center it because a little bit of the red on the sides does show. Some. And then we're going to do this one as well. And then I'll show you how I cut the little notch in it. Okay, so I am using the curved label punch, and this is how I'm going to get the little curve in it. So what I did was I just lined this up to that very top there, and I'm eyeballing it. So you want to make sure it's even on both ends here, and that is to the top there. And then we're just going to punch it. So you get that little curved part for our purse. So you can mark this with the other one here and make it perfect. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll just cut this one the same way. Make sure my lines are all lined up there. And there we go. There's our two pieces for our purse. Super easy to do, y'all. All right, so now we have to score these pieces right here, not the handles, but this piece right here. So we are going to score this, and you are going to score it on the 2.5 inch side at 1/2. I forgot to do this one, y'all. See how hard it is? And then at 2. If you don't use your wax paper, and I don't see my wax paper up here, did I move it? All right, and then this one, you're going to score it at 3 and 6 3/4. The wax paper really helps your stylus to glide on that. All right, so you're going to see how easy this is to put together. All right, so we are going to, I'm going to clip these on both sides of that score mark there. Do the same on the other side. I actually put some holiday popcorn in it, in mine, in a food safe bag. But I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put in there, but I thought it looked cute in there to show you. You can put it in there, but all right. Now we should have, I should have left this straight because it makes it easy to glue it, but we're going to leave it and we're going to just glue it first on here. I'm going to use tear and tape for this. And then I might use wet glue on the other side. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to just use the tear and tape on here. Let's go ahead and just put the tear and tape on both ends. I'm so excited that we're having a Black Friday sale because I've always had people asking. Every year it seems someone asks if they're having a sale, and they never have. So I'm so excited that Stampin' Up! Decided to do a Black Friday sale. And looks like the pricing is going to be good. All right. So now what we're going to do is, should we put this together or get our stamping done? Let's do the stamping first because I want everything ready when we put it on, our tree on, and get it all together. So I am going to use garden green for the tree. And stamp that. It's such a pretty tree, but you have a choice of 3 different trees, y'all, to put on this. You could put any of the 3 on there. So I'm going to grab my die here, line it all up, and I'm going to run this through the cut and emboss along with the star. And here's all my things right here. I need the star. I need, this is what we're going to use for the berries on the tree, and then this is for our tag, and this is for behind the tree. You don't even have to add anything behind the tree, but I thought it really made it pop. So I'm going to do all that, and I'll be right back with all those pieces. Okay, so we have the tree. I cut out the star for the tree and the little berries. This is actually garland, but I just cut it apart to be little berries or bulbs, Christmas bulbs. So I'm going to cut these. You can even use a hole punch, but the hole punch is a little bit bigger. And I use the hole punch for the little hardware on the purse handle. So we'll set that aside. I'm using the gold trim. And y'all, decorate your tree how you like it. I am just going to be cutting little pieces here that go across. And we are going to decorate our tree. We're putting this, using this trim as garland. So I just put 3 pieces on there. Some of it gets covered because of the Mary that we put on there, but let's go ahead and glue this on, and then you can cut off the extra you have on there hanging over, if there's anything hanging over. But I love this because it was shiny. It needed a little bit of bling, so that's why I'm using this gold trim. And it matched the star. All right, so let me get my other scissors because this is trim and it's easier to cut it with these ribbon scissors. I think that's all I need to cut. Nope, this side. All right, now let's put our little berries on. I'm just going to dot where I'm going to put them. And we'll just grab these. I didn't bring my take your pick tool, y'all. You know how good that is. It works so good on little things like this, but I always forget to grab it. All right. Now we're going to stamp our Mary. Let's put our star on too. And then I'm going to stamp the Mary on here. I'm going to stamp it right in the middle here. Hopefully I'm going to get it straight. Yeah, that's good. And then this does kind of tuck behind. I did like kind of tuck that behind. It looks really cute when it's tucked behind like that. And I think it's made to do that, but look how cute it looks on there. So here's the tree. All right, let's set it aside and let's get this box together. Super easy, y'all. So we're going to just take one side off here. Do the bottom part piece first and then do the sides just in case you need to cut a little bit off the top. I don't think you'll have to. I didn't on the other one, but you never know how you cut things. So I'm just going to set this down here on the bottom, right up to that score mark. And then you're just going to bring these sides up. That one came really good. Matches up really good, but look how easy it comes together. Now we need to remove these. Yeah, I'm so excited. My grandson's coming home for Thanksgiving, and he's going to be here Monday. So I'm so excited to see him. I know it's only been like a month since I've seen him, but I miss that guy. I used to just be able to call him up and like say, let's go to lunch. And I love doing that. All right, so I'm going to take this piece now, put it on the bottom, line it all the way up, down to that score mark there, and then just pull these up. It's really easy. I'm going to grab my bone folder and make sure all these are down. This is really a fun one, and it's a really good size, y'all. You can put some really nice treats in here. All right, now what we are going to put on our handles, and I just take my handles and do it this way. So I'm just going to put Seal Plus on the ends here. And then you're going to just pull it this way so they kind of curve. And I line it up to that end there where it, right here where that little curve ends. This way they're even there. Let's do the other side. I thought it was going to behave for me, y'all. But you know, it's always got to give me a hard time. Let me grab some wet glue on this side. I should use actually tear and tape because I don't know, I'm going to have to hold this for a bit. And then just do these. Should put this one on first. And then hold this one for a minute till it catches. It's better to use tear and tape or a heavy duty adhesive because on the handles. Okay, so then I have 4 pieces. These are 3/4 by 3/4. This is what we're going to put on top of the handles. I'm just going to round the corners, but I need this piece here because these are small to get into my corner rounder. So there's a little trick that I do. I just hook this on here, and where is my corner rounder? I just will stick them in there like that and cut the corners off to make these round. Y'all, you can even do this with your scissors because sometimes it doesn't round it and then I end up having to fix it. I just want the bottoms curved. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to line this up and I'm going to trim the other ones just the same. And we're going to put them on all the handles, just like a piece of leather or something that's. And then one more. And then you don't have to do all of your pieces with the corner rounder. You can just do it by hand. All right, let's get this all out of the way. I'm going to use wet glue for this. And you have double reinforcement on the handles here because we're going to put them just right on the top of it like that. We're making it more like a designer bag. All right, and then 2 on this side. But I think this is going to hold the handle too really well. Okay, we got those on. Let's grab our piece of gold foil, and I'm going to use a regular hole punch. And we're going to punch out 4 of these. And just for a little extra detail, we're going to put it on the handles here. I need to grab my snips on it because this has a little hangover. There. All right, let's just glue 1 on each side. Or 2 on each side, I should say. Oop, I grabbed 2. 1 there. And take your pick tool would help. I did have it when I was working on it earlier. And then I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here. It just gives it a little added touch there. You can even put a tag on here if you want on one of the handles, or tie a bow on the handle. But I wanted the tree to be the star of the show. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and we're going to pop this up. Let's see, you get the right side. This has stitching on these stylish shapes. So, y'all, I'm still struggling with the voice. I still have stuff going on. All right, that's going to go in the center. And then we're going to pop the tree up on top of that. That piece came off. There we go. Now we're going to put that right in the center. How cute is that? Isn't that fun? I think it's so fun. I love Christmas time. Y'all, you know how I love the holidays. But here you go. There's both of them. This one has the holiday popcorn in it. But make sure you use a food-safe bag. I had quite a few of them on hand, so yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed it, everybody. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. Have a super blessed day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.